Hello America, Tom Hand here with Americana Corner. Today we're discussing the XYZ Affair during the Adams administration. In 1798, worried that emotions would push France and America into an open war, President John Adams sent a delegation consisting of John Marshall, Elbridge Gerry, and Charles Cotesworth Pinckney to Paris to try and calm these rising tensions. The delegation arrived in Paris in early October, but were denied a meeting for weeks. They were finally approached by three French officials whose code names were X, Y, and Z. These Frenchmen informed the Americans that before any negotiations could start, a few sweeteners would need to be provided to French officials, including $250,000 for Foreign Minister Charles Talleyrand. Additionally, the United States would have to loan $10 million to the Republic of France as compensation for alleged insults to France that President Adams made during a speech to Congress. In reality, the President's remarks were simply his restatement that the United States intended to maintain its neutrality and that the country was prepared to defend its rights. The Americans were outraged at the bribe demands and refused to pay anything to begin negotiations with the French, with Charles Cotesworth Pinckney famously replying, "No, no, not a sixpence." John Marshall sent dispatches of this affair to President Adams, and after several months of fruitless discussions and no bribe payment, Marshall and Pinckney sailed for home, while Elbridge Gerry decided to remain behind. When President Adams received Marshall's summary of the discussions in early March 1798, he withheld the documents from both Congress and the public, stating only that the mission had failed as Adams was worried that releasing them would heighten tensions. But Thomas Jefferson's Democratic Republicans, who opposed Adams, assumed his refusal to release Marshall's papers was an attempt to cover up missteps by the American delegation, and demanded the papers be released. President Adams complied on April 2nd, and everyone was stunned at the underhanded actions of the French, and a wave of anti-French sentiment swept the country. This episode, named the XYZ Affair, led the Federalists to pass the Alien and Sedition Acts, which President Adams signed into law in June 1798. These laws would prove to be the President's greatest political blunder. Next week, we will discuss the Alien and Sedition Acts of 1798. Until next time, may your love of country lead you.